Hi, this is Carmen from Annie Design Crochet and welcome to the video tutorial for the Vintage Peach Crochet Shawl. This beautiful lace delicate shawl is very easy to make. It's only a 1-row repeat pattern. The shawl starts at the very bottom and then you will work your way up row by row on either side, and afterwards then you will add a very delicate little simple edging. After blocking, that's when the magic happens, when this shawl opens and blooms and you create this beautiful delicate piece. So all you will need to make this shawl is 1 skein of a fingering weight yarn, approximately 400 meters, and a 4mm crochet hook. So let's get started. You can find the written pattern on my blog anniedesigncrochet.com, where you can follow along with this video if you wish. Now to start, I have a small amount of fingering weight yarn and my 4mm crochet hook. And the first thing we do is make a slip knot on our crochet hook and chain 5. Now our chain 5 counts as 1 treble and our beginning chain, which we will work into. This shawl is made using treble stitches. That's US crochet terms. They would be double treble stitches in UK crochet terms. So for row 1, we will first of all make into our beginning chain 1 treble. Chain 3, and now we will make 2 treble, all back into our very first chain of our beginning chain 5. And that's row 1. Our beginning chain 5, 1 treble, chain 3 and 2 treble, all into our first chain, and we will turn. Chain 4. Chain 4 counts as our first treble at the beginning of every row throughout the pattern. And in our very first stitch, that's just there at the base of the chain 4, we will make 1 treble. Chain 3 and 1 more treble, all into the same stitch. That's all made into our very first stitch at the base of our chain 4. We will now single crochet into our chain 3 space, 1 single crochet, and in our very last stitch, which is the top of our beginning chain, we will make, it's right in there, the very top of the beginning chain, just right after that last treble, we will make 1 treble, chain 3 and 2 treble. This pattern is really fast once you get going. The treble stitches make it faster too. And there is row 2. You can see what we did there. We chained 4, 1 treble, chain 3, 1 treble, all into our first stitch, single crochet in our chain 3 space there in the middle, and in our very final stitch we made 1 treble, chain 3, 1 treble, and the last treble. So that's row 2. For row 3, we will chain 4 as before, turn. In our very first stitch, we will make 1 treble, chain 3, 1 treble, single crochet in our next chain 3 space, and in our next single crochet we will make 1 treble, chain 3, 1 treble, single crochet in our next chain 3 space, and as before, in our final stitch, which is the top of our beginning chain 4, just work your way in there, we will make 1 treble, chain 3, 1 treble, and 1 final treble in the last stitch of the row. And that's row 3. Row 4, chain 4, turn, 1 treble in your first stitch at the base of your chain 4, chain 3, 1 treble, all back into the same stitch, the very first stitch. In our next chain 3 space, we will make a single crochet. In our next single crochet from the previous row, we will make 1 treble, chain 3, 1 treble, 1 single crochet in our next chain 3 space. In our next single crochet, we will make 1 treble, chain 3, 1 treble, 1 single crochet in our final chain 3 space, and as before, in our very last stitch at the top of the beginning chain 4, we will make 1 treble, chain 3, 2 treble, treble, chain 3, treble, and 1 final treble. And that's row 4. And that's basically the repeat of the pattern. You continue repeating row 4 until your shawl is big enough. Or I think I completed 44 rows in total for my shawl before I started my border. And if you want to come back in a minute, I will show you how to make the border on a small little sample of this shawl. I now have a few more rows done on my shawl. As you can see, it's a little crumpled, but as soon as you will block this design, you will see the difference straight away. It opens it up beautifully. And I'm going to show you how to make the simple border, which you will start on this side. There you go. And I have a small bit of cream yarn here, and we will start on this corner here. You can just pretend this is your whole shawl, and you will do your border the whole way down one side, around the bottom, and back up the other side. So join in the very top of your last stitch, which is the top there of your beginning chain 4. Put your hook in there, grab your yarn, pull it through, chain 1, and make 1 single crochet. We'll chain 2, and now we will make a picot stitch. To make a picot stitch, you will do another chain 3 and count back 3 stitches in the third chain that you've just made. Just go into there and grab 2 loops and slip stitch. Chain 2 and single crochet in your first row end. The whole way down there you can see your row ends, so single crochet in your first one. Chain 2, another picot, which is the chain 3, so chain 5 in total. Count back 3 chains and slip stitch in your third chain from your hook, chain 2, and single crochet in your next row end. We will do this the whole way down. So chain 2, then chain 3, 5 in total, slip stitch into your third chain from your hook, chain 2 and single crochet around your next row end. When you come to your final row end before the bottom of your shawl, that was your beginning chain, remember, you single crochet into your final chain end space there before your bottom of the peak of the shawl. You can see it's just there. So what we will do is before chain 5, picot stitch, chain 2, we will skip our very bottom chain and single crochet into the next row end on the other side of the shawl and continue as before up this side. Chain 5, slip stitch, chain 2 and single crochet, chain 5, now just show you what I've done. So this is your border going up one side. You will continue around the bottom and then you will continue as before down this side to the very end. And once you have blocked your shawl, woven in all your ends obviously, and then blocked your shawl, you will have and put a pin on the end of each of these little picot stitches on your blocking mat, which will make a huge difference to the finished shawl. And once you've all that done, you will have this beautiful piece of crochet. Now, I hope you enjoyed that video and I look forward to seeing your vintage peach shawls. Don't forget you can find the written pattern on my blog, annydesignCrochet.com. Thank you.